Example number 1. Consider a 3-bus system as shown in figure. Consider 3-bus system as shown in figure. The line values are indicated on the diagram and are given in per unit. Line values are indicated on the diagram and given in per unit. So these values are in admittance. Line value of admittance are indicated on the diagram and are given in per unit. So per unit admittance of line are given in your diagram. We are calculating the example of power flow analysis using GS method with considering the case of PV buses are absent in network. So the data are given in table number 1. Starting from the bus number 1, 2, and 3. Bus number 1, 2, 3. Then bus type. Bus type is already given to you. Bus number 1 is a slack bus. Second bus is PQ, and the third one is PQ again. As we have considering or calculating the case of case 1 where PV buses are absent. Okay. So generation is given. In per unit. Again generation of PG and QG. Same way, the load in per unit. Then is PD and QD. And the last one is bus voltage. Bus voltage. So for the slack bus, as we know, only the voltage and magnitude is provided. So the rest of the quantities are not specified in slack bus. Bus voltage magnitude and angle delta is provided on slack bus, and it is 1.02 angle 0. At PQ bus or bus number 2, the PG is 0.25, QG is 0.15, and PD is 0.5, and PD is 0.25. P and delta are unknown. Same way at bus number 3, PG is and QG is 0, and load is 0.6, 0.3, and these are not specified. So This is the data is given to you. Let me write the per unit admittance or per unit line admittance is given on diagram. On diagram or on figure number 1. Figure number 1. So write down the statement. Determine or calculate the voltages at bus number 2 and 3. Bus number 2 and 3 after the first iteration. After first iteration using GS method. Using GS method. So you have to calculate the voltages at bus number 2 and 3 after first iteration using GS method. Assume alpha is equal to 1.6. If it is not given, then you have to take it by yourself. That alpha is equal to 1.6. What is alpha? Yes, we'll give the answer. What is alpha?
Iteration factor.
Yes, it is acceleration factor. Very good. Okay, so let us start the example. As we have already discussed the steps or computational procedure to calculate this example or power flow analysis for this network. So our first step, what is our first step? Step number 1. Yes. What is the step number 1? Yes, formulate. Yes, formulate Y-bus matrix for this network. So just formulate the Y-bus matrix. Let's start with the diagonal element Y11. Yes, what is the value of Y11? Here is not given, but just write down if you wish the neglect, shunt and line charging admittance of the network. Neglect the shunt and line charging admittance of the network. So what is the equation for Y11? Yes.
Y10 plus Y12 plus Y13.
10 plus Y12. Yes, very good. Plus Y13. So the Y10 is 0 as we have neglected the shunt admittance. So let me write Y12, which is given minus 0.3J as it is given in admittance form. So no need to just convert it into admittance. It is already given in admittance form. Clear? So minus 3J plus 13. 13 is minus 4J. So first shunt admittance Y11 is equal to minus 7J. Clear? Similarly, what is the value of Y12? 22? Yes.
Y20 plus Y23 plus Y21.
0 plus 23. No need to write the whole equation again and again because for calculation of this example, if you just waste your time to write again and again this equation, then it will become a lengthy for you, time consuming for you. So just looking at the network, you have to just substitute the answer or values directly. Okay, 22 P and Q1. So what is the final answer? Yes.
Minus 8j.
Yeah. Next, for Y33, what is the final answer?
minus 9j.
Yeah, very good. 9j. What is the value of Y12? Answer for Y12 or Y21?
Plus
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is equal to minus Y12 or 21, which is plus 3j. Very good. Then 23. Yes. 23.
5j.
Plus 5j.
Yeah, 5j. And the last one is Y 332. Yes, 31.
Sir.
Okay. 31 it is 4j. Clear? So just formulate the Y bus matrix means the final answer for this network. The size of matrix will be 3 cross 3 as the 3 buses are given. So minus 7j, pj, j, again 3j, 4j, here it is minus 8j, rj, 5j, and minus 9j. Clear? So the first step is completed. Now, step number 1.1. Why? Because here the generation and demand are separately given. So you have to calculate the net active and reactive power at each bus. So what is the, let me just take this table on next page. Yes. We have to calculate the active and reactive power, net active and reactive power, step number 1.1. Okay, net active and reactive power at each bus. So starting from bus number 2, as the bus number 1 is slack bus and there is no active and reactive power is specified on that bus. So for bus number 2, write down the P2. What is the equation for P2? That means net active power at bus number 2. Yes, who will give the answer? What is the equation for P2?
PG minus PD.
But at bus number 2, PG2 minus PD2. Very good. Yes, substitute the value of this PG2 and PD2. So it is 0.25 minus 0.5. So the net active power at bus number 2 is minus 0.25 per unit. Clear? Same way, reactive power at bus number 2, Q2 is equal to QG2 minus QD2. The value of QG2 is 0.15 minus QD2, it is minus 0.25. The answer is minus 0.10 per unit. Clear? So at bus number 2, we have calculated the net active and reactive power from the given data. Clear? Now, same way,
Sir, P2.25 કેમ નો આવ્યો?
P2.25 is given. See? Minus 0.25.
Yes.
So see, here PG2 is given, PG2 at bus number 2, PG2 is given. Similarly, PD2 is given. So you have to just subtract generation minus demand. So P2 is net active power at bus number 2 is minus 0.25. Clear? Similarly for Q. Now same way at bus number 3. Yes. What is the value of P3? Same way PG3 minus PD3. What is PG3? At bus number 3, value of PG3, just see the table 1. What is the value of yes,
Zero.
0 minus demand at bus number 3 is 0.6. So the minus 0.6 per unit. Same way, net reactive power, again QG3 minus QD3, which is 0 minus 0.3, which is minus 0.3 per unit. Clear? So this is how we have to calculate the net active and reactive power at each bus. Clear? Now, second step. What is our step number 2? Yes. Step number 2. Just see the steps which we have selection of slack bus, which is already given. Bus number 1 is your slack bus. Step number 2 is selection of slack bus, but it is already given. So clear? Step number 2. Now next, step number 3. If you wish, you can write is already given in data that bus number 1 is slack bus. Slack bus. Clear? Now, next, step number 3. What is step number 3?
Voltage.
Let's we have to assume the voltage is at each bus except the slack bus. So first, just write down, or if you wish, you can write assume bus voltage. Assume the bus voltage. So for the slack bus, it is given. What is the value of voltages at slack bus from table number 1? Yes, you can write voltage at bus number 1 is
1.02.
yeah 1.02 with angle 0 degree. Clear? So throughout the example, value of voltage at bus number 1, or we can say value of slack bus voltage, will remain same. So you can write for a 0th iteration, or you can write the same for the first iteration. You can write voltage at bus number 1 at second iteration, up to so on. Or you can say for nth iteration, the value of voltage at slack bus will remain same as it is already specified to us at bus number 1. Clear? Now, step number 4. We have to set the convergence criteria, but here already specified to us that we have to just calculate for first iteration. So no need to use of step number 4 in this case or in this example. Clear? Now, next step. What is next step? Which you can write. No need to use of step number 4. Next step. Step number 5 is
Iteration count.
yes. So this you can write step number 5, iteration count. Set iteration count. Iteration count. Okay, set iteration count. So in general, we have to select the value of k which shows the iteration count which is equal to 0. K is equal to 0 means first iteration. So here we have selected the value of k as a 0 for our first iteration because we have to calculate the voltages at bus number 2 and 3 for first iteration using our GS method. Clear? Yeah, but just in step number 4, okay, no need to mention it. Okay, next step number 6. What is the step number 6? Yes. What is our step number
Set
6?
bus count.
Yes,
Bus
we have to
count.
set the bus count or bus number. Bus count means, or you can write bus number. Okay, but it is already given to us. Here we have missing something in step number 3. What we have missed? Yes. Just recall the step number 3. Here we have missed something in step number 3.
V2, V3.
Yes, we have to assume the bus voltages except the slack bus because the voltage at slack bus is given to us. So we have to assume the V2 0 and V3 0 for bus number 2 and 3. So we have here assumed that voltages at bus number 2 and 3 are 1 angle 0. Clear? 1 angle 0. We can assume any value between 0 to 1, but here we have assumed 1 angle 0. Clear? Okay. Step number 6, we have to set the bus number which is already given. Bus number 1 as a slack bus, bus number 2 is PQ bus, bus number 3 is PQ bus. So we have completed our all 6 steps for this example number 1. Just look at once again, the data is given to us and they have asked us to calculate the voltages at bus number 2 and 3 using first iteration using GS method. The data is already given to us. Here the line admittance, directly admittance is given to us. So we have just calculated the directly elements of the Y bus matrix. Clear? Step 1 is clear. Next, again, we have calculated the net active and reactive power at each bus. That means active power at bus number 2, reactive power at bus number 2. Similarly, active and reactive power at bus number 3. Same. Step number 2, we have to select the slack bus, but it is already specified in our data set. So no need to specify the slack bus for this case. Then you have to assume the bus voltages except on the slack bus because it is already given to us. At slack bus the voltage is 1.02 with angle 0. So it will remain same throughout this example as the reference bus voltage or slack bus voltage will not get affected or changed throughout the example or throughout the power flow analysis. Clear? Then we have selected or assumed the rest of the bus voltages as 1 angle 0. Next step, we have to set the iteration count. We have selected k is equal to 0 for first iteration and the step number 6, which is shows the bus number, but it is already provided to us or given in our data set. So we have make as it is provided to us. Now, for next step, step number 7. Yes, what is the step number 7? Step number 7. Yes, we'll give the answer. Step number 7.
Ith bus.
Huh? Step 7, just recall the theories which we have discussed earlier. Step number 7. What is step number 7?
Voltage equation for ith bus.
Yes, we have to calculate the voltages at each bus of our network. So let's start from bus number 2. Clear? You have to calculate. Yes, it is. You have just look at over here. In data, they have already asked us to calculate the voltages at bus number 2 and 3 after first iteration. So in our step 7, we have to just calculate the voltage for ith bus. I mean bus number. Here, what we have given bus number 2 and 3 to our rest of the bus. So voltage at bus number 2. Voltage at bus number 2. What is the generalized equation? First, help me to write down the generalized equation for step number 7 or for calculating the voltage at bus number 2. And write over here. Calculate voltage at bus number 2. So using the equation number 7, which we have derived in step 7, what is the equation? Vi
S to
k plus 1, yes, 1 divided by yi into bracket
Pi minus
pi minus jqi divided by vi conjugate raised to k minus summation j is equal to 1 to I minus 1 with the condition of j not equal to I, y ij into vj minus again the summation of j is equal to I plus 1 to n y ij into vj bracket over. So using this equation, you have to calculate the voltage at each bus. However, so just substitute the value of, we have selected k is equal to 0 and I is equal to 2 because we have selected or start calculation from bus number 2. Clear? So I is equal to 2 and k is equal to 0. So the final equation using these two values means k equal to 0 and I equal to 2. V2 means voltage of bus number 2. K is equal to 0 means we have got here 1. It shows the voltage at bus number 2 at first iteration. P2 1 means voltage at bus number 2 at first iteration equal to 1 divided by y22 which you have already derived in your admittance matrix, P2 minus jQ2 which you have already calculated in your step number 1.1 which is net active power at bus number 2 and net reactive power at bus number 2. then V2 star K0. Yes, who will give the answer? What is the value of this V2 star 0 or V2 0?
1.
Hmm?
1.
Which you have, yes, here, which you have assumed. Okay. Next, minus, yes, J is equal to 1 to I minus 1. What is the value of I? It is 2. So it is 2 minus 1 means J is equal to 1 to 1. So here in the first case, J is equal to 1 to 1, J not equal to 2, because here I is equal to 2. So we will get, for this case, J is equal to 1, I is equal to 2. So substitute this value into this summation. So for that, I is equal to 2, J is equal to 1, and V1. Okay. Then forgot the return stay over here. We actually V1 1 or V0. Done. Vk over here. Okay. So is 0. You can write over here k is equal to 0. Minus again summation of next condition, j is equal to I plus 1, where I is equal to 2. So it is 3, and up to n, where n shows the total number of buses in your network. So for this case, what is the value of n? Value of n?
3.
Yes. Okay, good. 3. So j is equal to 3 to 3. Here we have condition j not equal to 2, means j not equal to I, and the value for this summation is j equal to 3, I equal to 2, and k is equal to 0. Right over here. Yes. So y 2, 3, and v3. Yeah. So this is our the final equation you have derived for voltage at bus number 2. V2 1. That means voltage at bus number 2 at iteration number 1, or iteration number 1 is y22 into bracket will get P2 minus JQ2 divided by V2 star 0 minus, yes, just open the summation, you will get y21 V1 y21 V1, sorry, here it is k plus 1. Yeah, just got to write V1 k plus 1, and here it is Vk for jth bus. So here it is 1, and here it is 0. So V1 1 minus, for this summation it is y 3 into V3 0. So this is your final equation. Now just substitute the value of each parameter which you have already derived. So what is the value of y22? Yes, just see the matrix. Y22 is You have to just substitute this value from the final matrix. So y22 is minus 8j. Y22 is minus 8j. What is the value of P2? Just help me to write down the values of each parameter. Yes.
Minus 0.25.
Is P2 is minus
25.
0.25, yeah. Minus JQ2. What is the value of Q2?
0.10.
It is minus 0.10.
Plus.
So we write twice. Minus 0.1 J. Yes, what is the value of V2? 0. V2 0 star. V2 0.
1 and 0.
Yeah, 1 angle 0. Here 0 there. So no effect of this conjugate. If we will minus 0 on conjugate or not, there will be no effect of this conjugate. Okay. Next, what is the value of y21 minus? What is the value of y21?
3j.
3J.
Is 3j. V11. What is the value of V11? Voltage at bus number 1 after first iteration. So it shows the
1.02.
slack bus voltage. Very good. It is 1.02
02. Angle 0.
angle 0. Yes. Next, for this, what is the value of y23?
5J.
Okay. So is 5j and V30.
1.02.
V30 voltage at bus number 3 at initial condition. So you have here assume that the value of V30, yes, it is 1
angle 0.
0. Very good. So what is the final answer for this? Just calculate quickly. Final answer for V21. Yes. Let me write. Just verify it by yourself. So it is point, and always consider 4-digit after point. Okay. Or something minus j 0.03125. 3125. Okay. And it is in per unit. Which you can write is per unit. So clear step number 7. What is the step number 8? Next step. Yes. Step number 8. Or next step. Yes. What is the step number 8?
Calculate the change in voltage.
Yes. We have to calculate the change in bus voltage, which you have already calculated in step number 7. So the equation for that is delta Vi k plus 1 is equal to Vi k plus 1, which you have already calculated from step number 7, minus Vi k. Here What is the value of K? It is 0 and I is equal to 2. So we will get the change in bus voltage 2 at iteration number 1 is equal to V2 1 minus V2 0. So what is the value of V2 1? Yes, you have calculated over here what value of V2 1. This is the value of bus voltage 2 after first iteration. Okay, so it is just substitute over here. So it is 0.995 minus J 0.3125 minus, what is the value of V2 0? Yes, value of V2 0.
1 1.
Yeah, 1 equal 0 or 1 into J0. Okay. You can write it here is 1 plus J 0.0. Clear? So the final answer of change in voltage is minus 0.05 minus J 0.03125. This is your change in voltage. Now, what is our step number 9? Yes. Step number 9.
Acceleration of convergence.
Yes, we need to accelerate our convergence. Means to make a process fast or calculation fast. So for that we need to multiply with acceleration factor alpha, and the value of acceleration factor alpha is given. What is the value of alpha? Yes, it is given in your example. Yes, and if it is not given, you have to assume that alpha is equal to 1.6. So what is the equation? V2, or we can say for ith bus, let me write the generalized equation. V acceleration or accurate at K plus 1 is equal to Vi K plus alpha into this we have derived in step number 8, delta Vi K plus 1. So here alpha is equal to 1.0, K is equal to 0, I is equal to 2 as we have calculated for bus number 2. So V2 1 accelerated or accurate after multiplying acceleration factor alpha is, what is the value of this? Vi 0 plus alpha into delta, sorry, consider I is equal to 2. Okay, 1. So V2 0 is 1 plus J0 and alpha is 1.6 and change in angle delta V2 which you have calculated over here, that you have to substitute 0.005 minus J 0.0312. So the final answer of step number 9 is 0.992 minus J 0.0499, which is previously in step number 7, it is 0.995 minus j 0.3125. But after multiplying the acceleration factor alpha 1.6, we will get the final answer voltage at bus number 2 after first iteration. Voltage at bus number 2 after first iteration, the accurate value or accelerated value is 0.992 minus say 0.0499. So this is your final value for voltage at bus number 2. So same way, similarly, what is step number 10? Yes. Step number 10 is, yes, who will give the answer? Step number 10. Just recall the 11 steps. Step number 10 is we have to repeat this process for all the buses into the system up to the delta Vi k plus 1 is in specified limit. So limit is not given. We have to just calculate the voltage at each bus here. Voltage at each bus means bus number 2 and 3 for first iteration. Okay. So our next step is, we have just directly jump to the step number 7 and repeat the process for I is equal to 3. So who will give or who will help me to write down? Now just make a title voltage, or you can write over here with respect to step 7 voltage at bus number 3. Clear? So here now I is equal to 3, k equal to 0. Substitute the value of I is equal to 0 and k equal to 3 in this equation number A. Yes. Just help me to write down the final equation for voltage at bus number 3 or iteration number 1. Yes, who will help me? Yes, you have the equation number A, and from that equation or generalized equation for voltage at ith bus, you have to write down the voltage at bus number 3 or equation for voltage at bus number 3 with the condition of k is equal to 0. Yes. Who will help me to write down the direct equation V3 at first iteration? Voltage of third bus number 3 at first iteration. Yes. Just recall this equation. Equation number A. So just substitute I is equal to 3, k equal to 0, and n equal to 3 here. So who will give the answer? Yes. Anthan or anyone? Yes.
Sir, 1 by 1 upon
Yes. 1 divided by
y33
y33 into bracket.
p3 minus jq3
Yeah, P3 minus JQ3
upon v3
0 conjugate. Then
minus
this is the important part. Now
summation
bolo, summation
j equal to 1 to
J is equal to
1
1 to
2
because I minus 1. So I is equal to 2. It is 2. Yes. Then Yij into Vj. K plus 1 minus here the second. What is the second summation?
J equal to 3.
How 3? J is equal to I plus 1.
M is equal to 3.
Yeah, M. See, J is equal to I plus 1. So I is equal to 3. So it is 4. And is it possible? Such kind of summation? J is equal to 4 to 3. Yes?
No.
Yeah, so mathematically it is not feasible. So we'll not consider the second summation. So for this case, V3 or bus number 3, you have to just consider only this summation. It is not possible. Clear? Why it is not possible? If you wish, you can write J is equal to I plus 1, where I is equal to 3. So J is equal to 4 to n is equal to 3. So 4 to 3, it is not possible. So you have consider only the first summation. Clear? Now, just help me to write down again the value of first summation. Let me write equation again, because this is the important part where all the students are making mistake to extract the summation. The extraction of summation is most important. The value of each element we have already derived. Okay. So here, just help me to write down this summation or extraction of this summation. Yes, here the condition J not equal to I means 3 and I is equal to 3. So just substitute the value of this I equal to 3, J not equal to 3 and J is equal to 1 to 2. So the summation will, yes, just extract the summation. What is the value?
Y31.
Yes, very good. It is Y
31.
3, 1, where I is equal to 3, J is equal to 1, and again J equal to 1. So it is 1, 1, because it is K is equal to 0. So clear? Y 3, 1, V 1.
K plus 1 आपके क्या है?
Here it is K plus 1. K is given in your second summation. K is given in your second summation, but here you are not considering your summation, second summation. Okay. Then next term
Plus Y32.
plus,
Y32.
but overall in bracket outside is minus, so we will consider the minus. Yes, plus or minus Y
32.
32 V
2.
K is equal to now 2 and is 1. Here it is K plus 1. Okay. Good. Clear? Substitute the value. What is the value of Y33 from the bus admittance matrix, which you have previously or derived in step number 1? It is, yes, Y33 is,
Minus 90.
yeah, minus 9J. Then net active and reactive power at bus number 3 is P3 is, just see the data. What is the value of P3? You have derived over here in step number 1.1. P3 is minus 0.6, Q3 is minus 0.3. Okay, just substitute the value of P3 and Q3. So here is minus 0.6 minus minus plus j 0.3 0.3 j, and value of this V3 0 is 1 angle 0 or 1 plus j 0. Value of y 3 1, it is
minus 4j.
yeah minus 4j, not minus 4j. Just look into the matrix. Value of 3 1. See, 3 1. It is 4j. You have to consider the values of this admittance from admittance matrix. So it is 4j. Then we I have made a mistake. Yes. No. It is okay. What is the value of V11? Value of V11?
1.00.
Yeah, 1.02 angle 0. Or value of next Y32?
j.
Yeah, 5j. And V21? V21?
0.99.
Yes, you have to consider this, which is you have derived from the step number 7 or 9. The accurate value of voltage at bus number 2 after first iteration. So V21, the accurate value of voltage at bus number 2 after first iteration, which is 0.99 is here 0.992 minus j 0.0499. Clear? So now calculation of these is 0.971 minus j 0.0944. Same way, what is the next step? As we have completed the procedure for bus number 2, the same process you have to calculate or repeat the step number 8 and 9 again for the bus number 3. So what is the step number 8? Yes, step number 8 for bus number 3.
Calculate the change in voltage.
Yes, you have to calculate the change in voltage. So equation for that is delta V3 1, which is equal to, directly I have written V3 at 1 minus V3 0. So I'll write the values. V3 1, which you have calculated over here, is 0.971 minus J 0.0944 minus, what is the value of V30?
1 angle 0.
1 plus J0 or angle 0. Okay, good. So the final answer for this change in angle is minus 0.029 minus J 0.0944. Okay, this 44. Now, what is the last step? You have to just calculate the accurate value, means step number 9 for voltage at bus number 3. So we'll write the equation for V31 accurate. Yes. Just recall the previous one. Same way, similarly, you have to write the I for I equal to 3, alpha equal to 1.6 and k equal to 0. So what is the equation for step 9 at bus number 3?
V30
Yes, very good. B30,
plus alpha
okay, plus alpha,
delta V31.
very good, delta V31. Clear? So the fine, if you are substitute, okay, just write down the value. 1 plus j 0.0, value of P3, alpha is 1.6, and delta V3 which you have derived is 0.029 minus j 0.0944. Clear? So the final value or answer is 0.9536 minus j 0.1514. This is how we will calculate the voltage at each bus. So I hope you have cleared. You have to just calculate voltage at bus number 2 and 3 after first iteration. So after first iteration, voltage at bus number 2 is 0.992 minus j 0.0499, and same way at bus number 3 it is 0.99536 minus j 0.1514. I hope you have clear about this.